Welcome to Muncie, Indiana, home of the Ball State Cardinals, and we're looking forward to this matchup, and certainly the fans are showing that they are as well. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Eastern Michigan Eagles, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cardinals will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Eastern Michigan Eagles offense takes the field to start this game off. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? You know, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. The give from the gun. Got enough for the first. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. The Eagles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up what he can and then slides.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Got a little space. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Cardinals headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Cotton. Fires left. Got a man, it's Gossett. Great awareness by this defense to know where the first down line was and stop him just a little bit short. Big 4th down decision coming. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Eastern Michigan has moved into the red zone. Makes the grab. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. 1st and goal from the 4 as they try to break the seal on the scoring. He's looking to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of
picked off. What a play to set him up.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Let's step back here and look big picture for Eastern Michigan. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone.
Touchdown, Eagles! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Handoff from the gun. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Cotton. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Fires complete on the crosser. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got his man out of the backfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. It's a much-needed line for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt, needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start and keep chipping away.
14, Ball State 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
He'll do it himself. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
The score, Eastern Michigan 14, Ball State 7.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Cotton. Lets it fly. Finds his man open. Touchdown Cardinals. Made the grab and took for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Oh, they're after him. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To the air, it's Cotton. Rushes on him. It's complete to the left. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone, on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Quick completion on the out.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
On the option. The pitch. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Eastern Michigan, 28. Ball State, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Owen. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Loss of 6.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Tripped up for the tackle. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking downfield, it's Cotton. There's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Touchdown, Eagles! Stealing a score on special teams. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UAB. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to do, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
He gets a block. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Farrell. It's complete on the right side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Eastern Michigan.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Cardinals! The defense does the work itself. Six.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, what a scene there in Muncie. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Schumann Stadium.
Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Back to pass, it's Cotton. Firing to the right, complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this.
Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Rossi. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Gives it to the back on the draw. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Herring. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They'll try the run. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
And the Eagles have this offense rolling. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Hauls it in. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Coming out with it, it's Owen. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive...
Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. And the Cardinals in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless.
Hold it. Defense.
You can grab. Can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Finds a little space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cardinals just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. And the Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. He'll keep it himself. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. Wants to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Eagles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's got it on the move. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Eastern Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the ground with the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight job.
And the Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defense, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense,
Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are... You got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They go to the ground. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty. A 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Cardinals looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Give to the running back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start. Closer to the end zone, you drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Rossi. Touchdown, Ball State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throwing that touchdown pass.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Hughes is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Orange on the scoreboard. They're up 14 over NC State. Never.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Gain of 17.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. They've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Here's the give off the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Okay, ready?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Easy.
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
Another Ball State first down.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Brings up
The Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. He makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Makes a grab past the marker. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. With the catch, it's Gossett. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He's got him. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way.
Touchdown, Ball State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
59. Ball State.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so...
Breaks into the open. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Got it in the middle. It's April. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Farrell. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Kept it and he's past the marker. And that is how we will wrap this one up. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.